Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl. North Dakota State to the Mountain West. Young talents shines at New Smyrna, while Ty Majeski says no to the snow. AM Racing finally has drivers, and it's finally Daytona race week. All this and more on today's episode.
Sounds right.
Hello, and welcome on back to another late night episode of the Announcer's Curse podcast. My name is Derek Todoroff.
And I'm Ben Hyman. And Caden Barksdale.
As one can expect from the week before the biggest race on the NASCAR schedule, we have had a ton of pertaining to motorsports. Throw in everything else that's happening, and you got yourself a pretty packed episode. I think it's fair we start off with that first thing I mentioned in the opening. The Super Bowl. The Seahawks win their second Super Bowl in franchise history. They do it with Sam Darnold.
That's right. Wow.
First USC quarterback to ever play in the Super Bowl.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's an insane stat line.
I know.
Wow.
He's
that
also the first quarterback from the 2018 draft class to win a Super Bowl. That draft class, for reference, does include Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
Wow.
And Baker Mayfield.
And Josh Rosen, if we want to get technical.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. People like Baker Mayfield and know who Baker Mayfield is. What college did Josh Rosen go to?
UCLA.
Because I know. Oh, there you go. Just remember, both top 10 quarterback picks from the 2018 draft, both of them who went in the greater LA area, either have won a Super Bowl or have a hot tub college dorm.
Fair enough.
So congrats to Sam Darnold on his Super Bowl, then to Josh Rosen on his, at this point, at least 7-year-old hot tub was in his college dorm. The memory of a hot tub. What is he doing now? He's probably a real estate agent, if NASCAR is any indication.
Yeah.
That is kind of where they go, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, it was a great game. If you like defense.
Yes, it was. It was a defensive, just, I don't know, man.
Which we knew it was going to be, right?
Yeah. I feel like it could have gone either way, though, honestly. For the Seahawks, at least, offensively. They could have done more, I feel like, but, hey, Jason Myers carried them.
Yeah, I think if Kenneth Walker doesn't put up that performance like he does, then we have a pitcher, or we have a pitcher. Same thing. A kicker win MVP.
They're basically just pitchers with their feet,
Yeah, which would have not been the first time.
Really?
I would have second that. Yeah, back in the 80s, I think there was a guy who did it.
As of 2024, Josh Rosen is a student at the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania.
UPenn.
Good for him.
Yeah, I agree.
On his road to becoming a real estate agent.
I think you're snowing him a little bit short there.
Hey, real estate agents make good money. They make more than we do.
They can. It's sometimes it's a little choppy sometimes though. You have to plan.
Yeah, well,
but good thing this is not a podcast about being a real estate agent.
Let's say. Otherwise, we'd have Josh Rosen on.
You know what? I'm down for that.
If you're out there, Josh, we'd love to have you on.
You can't wait for the promotion for this. Just being us repeatedly messaging Josh Rosen. Come on the podcast.
It was a good game, though.
Gosh.
I mean, I got to watch the end of it in LAX with a bunch of people that were also flying to the Seattle area, so the ton of Seahawks fans. That was pretty cool. Got to watch on a tiny bar TV.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good experience.
Derek, did you watch it anywhere particular? Or?
I watched it while doing my stuff for theater.
Wow.
Was a lot of I watched it during the 3 hours I was washing clothes.
Nice. What was your Super Bowl experience, Ben?
I went to a Super Bowl party. It was fun.
Nice.
I definitely think it made it better because at times like the game was fairly boring.
Yeah,
But that's okay.
I could see that.
They can't all be bangers.
Spectacular. No, they cannot.
There were some good
We
punts
got one
too.
good game out of that.
I got to appreciate the punter because if I ever play football at any professional level, it would be as a punter. So
It's hard.
it is. Shout out punters.
Like Michael Dickinson's the GOAT.
I love Michael Dickinson.
Who went to the
Johnny
university-
Hecker was a good one for a long time.
Who went to the University of
Don't look at me for an answer.
for Dickinson?
I can't. No, never mind. Myers. I can't name any punters outside of Michael Dickinson. I cannot tell you where they went to school. Half of them went to school in Australia and didn't even ever go to American college.
Bookham Horns.
Don't.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Michael Dickinson is also Australian.
Don't say hook 'em horns. Don't. No.
So I went to school. Sorry, Derek.
Yeah, but you know, he went to school at the University of Texas. You don't need to add the little catchphrase they have.
Also for
Their
context,
quarterback of the future, Arch Manning. Oh yeah. Oh wait.
Johnny Hecker, Bothell High School alum.
Yeah, I know his dad.
Oh, that's cool. Did not know.
This has Chogak.
So
There's lots of weird Derek facts out there.
I think this is going to be the most you'll hear us talk about football on this show
Yeah.
until we get to college football season again.
We like college football.
Speaking of
college football, North Dakota State announces that they are heading to the Mountain West Conference. This is big. They're a football-only program here in the Mountain West next season. They will play the 2026 Mountain West FBS division. They have been an FCS powerhouse for a long time now, finally taking the step up to FBS status. Lots of theories as to why. The one I liked the most that I saw was they saw James Madison make it to the college football playoff. Not even, be really competitive. He did okay, better than a lot of teams did. But they made it. And it's a lot of money for the university. And if JMU can do it, maybe North Dakota State next year, maybe the year after that, they make their way to the college football playoff, get a hunky hell of dollars. I don't know where I was going with that. That's such a horrible way to say get a lot of money. They're going to get a lot of money. And I think there's a good choice for North Dakota State. And I would see some of the other programs follow. So,
okay.
Yeah, I think the writing was on the wall. Like this was going to happen eventually, kind of thing. I think the biggest thing that always held North Dakota State back was a lot of times it's a financial commitment, and it's also you have to have a certain amount of stadium, and so some of that stuff is I always thought was kind of the stuff that was holding them back.
Sure.
But here we go. I definitely think this makes the Mountain West more interesting than the Pac-12 still.
Well,
which is tough.
Come on, man. Let us.
Look, I'm not happy about the death of the Pac-12 because I'm a Pac-12 absolutist, but I'm sorry. Like I think, the Mountain West losing Boise State and then going fine, we'll just go get North Dakota State is such a power play. And so
it's a power play, and it's not. I don't know if anyone else could have gotten North Dakota State for one. I think that's a school that values regionality. The other thing is, I don't know what to expect out of the Mountain West this year. UNLV took a bit of a nosedive at the end of the season. Hawaii looks pretty good,
Yeah.
but also they struggled against Cal, which I understand that it's Power 4 versus Group of 6, but it's also Cal at home in the Hawaii Bowl against, and I hate to say it again, Cal.
I will say at least I can't wait for Hawaii to have to go on the road in November to North Dakota State. I'm just thinking
Will be entertaining.
that's one conference now. But yeah, I think this is big news.
It's the furthest they have to go, though.
That's true.
Remember, Hawaii has to go to Northern Illinois.
Oh, true.
So now that they're in, who would you say is the biggest team that who do you think is going to be next? Who's the biggest team that's now in it now?
Montana or Montana State.
I think it's South Dakota State. I think they follow their classic rival. The Montana schools thrive on that rivalry with either, and you'll need to have both move up for either to move up. South Dakota State's losing not their biggest rival, but their other big player. A lot of these have come down as two teams, and minus their dance partner, they might take the big step up as well.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's probably one of those three, because like I said, it's also a resources thing. Who has the resources to move up? And I think North Dakota State clearly had the resources to do it. I don't know that any of those three do, as things currently stand. The other one is going to be Sacramento State.
Yeah,
which has spent a lot of money trying to get get FBS ready.
forgive me. I thought we were talking about things that teams that were contenders and existed properly.
No, I thought we were talking about the next team to move up to the FBS level. Sacramento State really wants to move up to the FBS level, but no one has necessarily taken the bait yet.
We don't have a lot to say about it, but want to highlight New Smyrna has the World Series of Asphalt going on right now. A series of super late model, pro late modified races. I haven't been able to catch a lot of them, but Ben's been tangentially following along. Also not super not tuning in every week, but I know you have more to say on this than I do.
Yeah, we had the Clyde Hart Memorial. This is the big one this week coming up, which I think we're going to pick here. Potentially, the field is not fully set yet. They do still, at the time of recording, have a last chance qualifier to race. Yeah, it's the season opener. It's not. I don't know if it's the season opener, but it's a big race for the ASA Stars Tour at the World Series of Asphalt. And touching on a few of the races that we have, the big one, and this was the notable one. I want to just shout out some of the West Coast guys that have done well. Vito Cancium, back-to-back podium finishes. And he's running a Rackley War Pro Late model at this event, but he finishes third and then second in two of the couple. He's still got more events to come. But big shout out to Jade Avedissian, man. Rebounding like a veteran at a very young age. She obviously got involved night one in an incident and frustrated after the race. Car torn up to pieces, torn up a little bit after contact, and bounces back, and the next night, gets her first win in a super late model. That's a big deal. She's going on a
really stacked field.
Yeah, this is who else is really going on right now? Who else is really racing right now? So it's not like people that have cars and want to go run this stuff. This is Casey Klein's out there, Cole Raz is out there, Derek Thorne's in the field,
Derek Krause
is in the field. So I mean, this is not a cakewalk of a schedule or of a lineup by any means. So so big shout out to Jade Avedissian for picking up a win and representing the West Coast well. And that's kind of a big thing. We're going to talk about the Clyde Hart Memorial a little bit. We're going to pick it, which I think is going to be fun.
We will.
But yeah,
I think that's also a nice segue to talking about a schedule that was recently released by Ty Majeski, driver number 88 in the Craftsman Truck Series, swinging a lot of UARA events this season. Notably, though, absent from his schedule are any events in the month of December. No trip to Five Flags, no Snowball Derby currently scheduled for one of the perennial contenders and two-time Snowball Derby champion, Ty Majeski. It got taken from him. I'm very comfortable saying that this last one got taken from him. Whether or not you agree that it was justified, it was taken. He crossed the line first, but it was ruled that he jumped the final restart of the race, and Stephen Nathie finally gets the monkey off his back. And in the same way that he gave away one of his Snowball Derby trophies, he gets one on a DQ. With that being said,
Yeah.
this is a big statement from Majeski. Regardless of if he changes his mind and does end up running the race, he's making it clear now, almost 10 months in advance, that, hey, I'm still angry and I have not forgotten what happened.
Yeah, I don't know if this is for sure I'm not running it, or if this is I want you to realize that there is a possibility I don't run it. If that makes sense.
It's just like a power play.
I don't even mean it like a power play. Just more in the sense that, like, hey, you need to know that there is a chance that I don't run this thing. And maybe it causes a dialogue to open between them. Obviously we're not in the day-to-day of Ty Majeski, or in the day-to-day of the Snowball Derby. But I think, this is definitely news. It's noteworthy. This isn't just, an upset driver or, someone running off. This is probably one of the most successful drivers in Pensacola, Florida in December. I'm, saying that there is a chance that I'm not coming back over this. Now, I just have to put it out there. Matt Weaver, noted one of the best people to go to for news on the short track kind of side of stuff, and
the short track scene.
Yeah, short track scene literally does a great job. Matt Weaver did tweet out saying, that a notable race being left off his schedule is what he said, and I did comment, I know Summer Showdown at Evergreen Speedway not on there, and he did like it. So thanks, Matt Weaver. I appreciate that.
Listen to the show.
Yeah, we're big fans of the work that he and everyone at Short Track Scene are doing to help bring the news from this stuff, because it's often undercovered and underfunded. I know he kind of does a lot of it barely self-sufficiently or out of his own pocket. But yeah, I think we will see as the season progresses, what comes of that. But if we get to Pensacola in December and it does not include, Ty Majeski in the field, I hate to say it, but that makes, whoever wins this year is there will always be the saying of, Ty Majeski wasn't in the field.
But it will also probably be a better race. The last 2 years are any indication. The racing got good when we took Majeski off the table.
There is something to be said about kind of watching Ty Majeski dominate is not always the most entertaining thing in the world. Fair enough. I do agree with that, Derek.
With that, before we get into our picks for the Daytona weekend, we do have one last piece of news. We are on the channel massive fans of Cole Raz. We make no secret of that. Last year, Cole Raz made some starts for a little team called AM Racing. The offseason was bought by Sigma Performance Services and promptly not bought by Sigma Performance Services. If you want to know what I mean by that, you're kind of shit out. Gotta be honest with you. It's a little crazy, to be perfectly honest.
This is just a weird situation and story.
Yeah, well, we learned about AM losing their driver before the end of the NASCAR season. We learned about it in October. Harrison Burton said he was going to Sam Hunt Racing. We did not know who was driving any of AM's vehicles or Sigma Performance Racing's vehicles until this morning. It was announced at long last, less than a week before cars hit the track, who was behind. The number 25 full-time entry from AM Racing will be driven by Sanchez, one of the big missing pieces this offseason. A lot of people had speculated AM was looking at him, and no one's really surprised that he would get picked up by the team. So Nick Sanchez now a Ford driver, one of the Ford drivers left in existence. They're a dying breed, especially in the auto parts series.
Yeah, at this rate.
And then number 52, their parked entry, at least at Daytona, will be fielded by Daniel Dye.
Yeah, who's going NAS truck racing this year and with Ram. And so he gets a Ford ride in the O'Reilly Auto Parts series.
Who is Daniel Dye?
Well, he raced last year for
Mediocre.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's more than that. I will say, he brings obviously some sort of funding to the table, which is...
He does bring funding. Daniel Dye is... And he's not a terrible driver. He doesn't really have the results so far. But he's been in a mixed bag of equipment.
Hey.
He's had some solid Petty backing. Petty and GMS have both sort of had his back. But we'll see what becomes of him now. He's really signed up with this Ram deal. I believe his father's a big part of bringing Ram back in.
Yeah.
And the bigger surprise about seeing his name here is that very idea, though, that he is a Ram driver with Dodge. And hopping on board Ford, it's not completely unexpected, but you'd expect Chevy, not Ford. Is Ford just seen as so little of a threat because they're already collapsing in the O'Reilly Auto Parts series that Dodge's like, yeah, sure, we don't care. You can go race for the bad team. Oh no, Ford, the perennial title contenders with AM Racing, Henninger Racing, and
I don't know that they have an idea. Is it that, or is it just if you're Ram and you go, okay, who would I rather release Daniel to go race for right now? And the answer is probably, a 14, and it's part time. We don't know how many starts he's making. We don't know, but I don't think that this is the, worst move in the world. It keeps Daniel Dye sharp in a car. Mm-hmm. Obviously, because he's going to be racing a truck, and he can, I think AM Racing. Well, I want to say this, they were a team on the rise because they went from Haley Deegan to, a solid rest of the year with Moffitt, and then last year.
No.
Well, they went from Moffitt to Haley.
Moffitt. They took a playoff run from Moffitt. Sent him off, killed his career. We have seen Moffitt start 3 races since then. And took Haley Deegan, who proceeded to run so badly they fired her mid-season and replaced her with a rotating cast of drivers. And then got Harrison Burton behind the wheel.
Who took the last year.
Who did good. Harrison Burton made them look like the team they were with Moffitt. And now, I'm not saying, I think Sanchez can do well. I don't think I'm going to see a Sanchez win this season. I don't think AM Racing is going to be that good, not because of their driver, not because of their level of equipment, mostly just because until 2 weeks ago, they weren't going to run this season. It was going to be someone else holding
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is they were a team on the rise.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, so How much of the AM team from last year was retained by SPS? We don't know. How much?
Not their development.
Well, so far, how much of the the equipment was retained by SPS? We don't know. It's the fact that they are fielding a car for Daytona boggles my mind. Like, that is a feat in its own right. The fact that this deal fell apart 14 days or so before they're expected to start the season in Daytona, and AM Racing's like, well, all right, let's figure this out. Let's sign a driver. Nick Sanchez, you're the best free agent available. Come on down.
Get in the car.
Get in the car. Get in the car. So I just...
Can they just go back to Brett Moffitt? Look, I don't have anything with Nick Sanchez, but you killed Brett Moffitt's career, and he's a good driver. Can someone give Brett Moffitt a chance? He's a NASCAR Truck Series champion. Not that long ago.
It comes down... What does it come down to every time nowadays?
Oh, it's funding. I get it. But Nick Sanchez has none, so...
I mean,
I've seen the fire suit he wore in the promo. I don't think he does. You've seen the promotional photo fire suit?
The generic full one. Yes, I saw that. I took that more of as we haven't had time to bring him in. We don't have a fire suit for him yet. Because again, they became a team 7 days ago. You're not getting a custom-made fire suit in 7 days.
I'm just going to say, Sanchez's 2 big sponsors previously were Big Machine Vodka, which was part of Big Machine Racing, and Gainbridge, which is very much a Chevy sponsor.
Well, yeah.
I don't think he has any.
Let's take a look. Let me take a look.
Well, let's pick some races.
Yeah, well, then we'll pick some races while I look.
We're going to start with the Clyde Hart Memorial at New Smyrna Speedway. It's a pretty stacked entry list. A lot of different drivers who realistically could this one. Ben, I feel like you are the more knowledgeable short track person here. I'm going to let you take the lead on who you think can win the Clyde Hart Memorial Trophy.
This is a tough one. Because there's some big names. Obviously, we've been talking about this whole time. Big names. So Tristan McKee did qualify on the pole. We should put that out there. Also, so Tristan McKee put the car on pole. Derek, first car out in qualifying would be the 76 of Cole Raz. So that sucks for him. Caden, in short track qualifying, there's one thing you don't want to be. You don't want to be the first car out. You don't want to be the last car out. Okay. You want to be somewhere in the middle. So that sucks. But rest assured, because if I'm reading this correctly, which I believe I am, Cole Raz will be in the show after he wins the LCQ. So Cole's in the show. Max Reeves is in the show. I believe they're taking the top 2, which means just for reference, names going home: Isaac Kitzmiller, Nicholas Noggle, Connor Jones, Caden Honeycutt.
Oh, that one hurts.
Not starting the race. So let's just walk through some of the cars in this field. Okay. And these are just the notable names. I think everyone in this race is really a notable name, but Tristan McKee, Dawson Sutton, Casey Klein, Kyle Steckley, Darius Kraus, Gabe Summers, Casey Roderick, Jade Avedissian, Stephen Nassy, Bubba Pollard, William Sowalich, Carson Hocevar, Corey Hall, Jake Finch, Cole Raz, Max Reeves, Caden Honeycutt, Derek Thorne, Ty Fredrickson, Nicholas Noggle, and more. So most of those guys I just listed would be like a favorite to win at your local super late model race, right? And that was like, what, 20 guys? So it's survival. The track is, tough. It's banked, so it's got some banking to it. We saw, this is tough. Like, this is so tough on who to pick. I want to take, part of me wants to take the pole sitter. We've seen him run in person. We see that he's competitive. We see that he can win. Tristan McKee is a threat to win, but I don't think he's the guy I'm going to take. Oh, do I do it? You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a car starting inside the top 5. And the car that will be on the inside of row number 3. Derek can give me Casey Klein to win the Clacker Memorial. I'm
The local.
I'm going to take the boy from Quincy.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I think this is the breakthrough that we have been waiting to see out of Casey since last year. He started competing part-time in the ASA Stars Tour, and I think this is the one. Give me Casey Klein.
It's always really interesting when it comes to short track racing on the East Coast. I don't follow it nearly as well as I should, truth be told. And even then, as Ben mentioned, there's a lot of names even I know. There are 2 proper NASCAR, one who is running full-time this year in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, full-time this year in the Cup Series. I know who I think will win. I'm not happy about it because I don't want to think he will win. Starting inside row number 2, please give me the number 81 of Carson Brown and the P1 chassis to win the Kleinhardt Memorial 200.
It's a great pick.
Both great picks, I feel like. Man, I was going to take Casey Klein. I think that's a really good pick. And I'm a sucker for hometown guys. But I think if I can't pick him...
I mean, you could.
I could, but I'm not going to. I think I'm going to have to take Tristan McKee, the pole sitter. I think he can hold on.
It's a good pick.
It's safe.
And again, there's just so many, so many options.
We'll know soon who was right.
Yeah.
And speaking of right, by the way, unfortunately, due to some audio issues, you guys did not get to hear our Clash picks. The episode where we picked everyone. We're gonna skate around the Clash a little bit. We might come back to it later. I just would like the record to reflect I picked Ryan Preece to win the Clash.
He did.
You did. You guys, between the two of you guys picked opposite ends of the spectrum. Congratulations.
That is true, yeah.
Hold on, where did Todd finish?
Dead last.
No way! Oh.
38 out of 38.
Damn.
Yeah,
based off of our scoring system we agreed on, by the way, that means that I got 55 points out of the Clash, and Caden got 0.
Well, did the motor let go? Is that what it was?
So I hope so.
I didn't watch the LCQ. I didn't want to watch more racing at Bowman Gray than I did. So.
I'm pretty sure the motor let go for him, or because I remember he limped it to the pits a few laps before the LCQ. He was running, somewhere decently, and then I was like, "Oh no, where'd he go?" And then I looked, and he was just gone.
All right. So. Next up on the docket is the ARCA race
at Daytona, the big one.
This is the General Tire 200 at Daytona. This is a 50 cars on the entry list. We do not know who will qualify, so we got to just shot. Friend of the podcast, Brayton Laster, not running it this year, so no picks for him, unfortunately. But hey, 50 cars for 40 spots. Who has it better than us? The answer to Coach Harbaugh's question is the Denver Broncos. But regardless, I put the ball in your court once again.
Okay, so if I go off NASCAR 25 logic, Alex Clubb should bring it home. Because per the video game, he wins this race every single time. That would be cool. That would be cool. That won't happen, but that would be cool. See, here's the thing: is it's Daytona, right? It can really go any way, shape, or form. I'm not going to take the one that I think the rest of you potentially might pick. I'm going to leave that because I feel like I will curse him if I do that. So I will take hypothetical friend of the pod. Give me Thomas Annunziata to win at Daytona. Hypothetical friend of the pod. Maybe one day.
Okay. I was going to say, what does that mean? Hopeful.
Means I'm a fan of Thomas Annunziata. So I will take him.
This is kind of the opposite of the Clyde Hart Memorial. There's not a lot of here. A lot of drivers trying to make an impact. One of the first ones that jumps out to me is Cletus McFarland, Garrett Mitchell. That's the same person. For those who don't know, that's just pseudonym versus real name. Mini Tyrell running this race. Neither of them, I think, are particularly good super speedway drivers, which leaves me in an interesting spot. GR and Pinnacle have dominated. There's been a Venturini / Nitro has played a role. I think that will widely say the same. So it comes down to me between two drivers, driver number 20 and the driver number 28. At the end of the day, one of them has more experience on the big ovals than the other. So give me the driver 20. I'm going with Jack Wood to win the General Tire 200.
Probably good pick.
Okay. I know nothing about this one. I'm not going to lie. I like Mini Tyrell. I saw him in an episode of the college show, and he was likable. But yes, we don't like the college show, but I do like Mini Tyrell in it. But Derek said he's not great at this, so I'm not going to pick him.
I will say, it's not that he's not great at this. It's that he has never done it before.
Okay.
He ran one practice. He's never been super speedway racing in his life.
It's the great equalizer, Caden.
Okay.
So normally, like with the Cup Series at Daytona, we say literally anyone can win.
Right.
ARCA is the one series at Daytona where we can say that is still not the case. Because some of these guys are going to be running motors that you could put in a late model and will be 6 seconds off the pace from the green flag.
Okay.
But, I mean, last year, as guys were running 12th, and then the big one happened, and they finished the race 4th. Hopefully, this one won't be as much of a wreck fest as last year.
Right. Well, I'm kind of torn now because I like Manny Tyrell. I like Michael Maples' name. It's just a fun name, and I like that he's from Maples Motorsports. It's a lot of alliteration, which I am a fan of. I like Cole Raz, obviously, local guy. We all love Cole Raz. But I also am scared of picking him because I don't want to curse him. So, I don't know. I also like Taylor Reimer because Buzzballs team. That's a fun name. Buzzballs. Is that like the
Yes.
alcohol? Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I think I'm going to have to go with Michael Maples. Weird pick, I know, but I like alliteration.
A team that expanded to 4 cars this season, fielding a number of drivers over the course of 2026.
What number
So
is
Michael Maples,
99.
Nice.
the 99 of Michael Maples, the 28 of Jack Wood, and the 70 of Thomas Annunziata. Well, that leads us into the Fresh from Florida 250 with the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series taking 100 laps around Daytona International Speedway. There are a number of drivers still to be announced. I really want to note, for some reason, Daniel Hemrick is not announced on this entry list. The driver, the number 19, is listed as TBA, though the team has announced a Daniel Hemrick full-time season. That's
just a mistake, right?
either that or he was pending approval today, much like Brad Keselowski. Those would be my two guesses. This is our first race where we catch Carson Hosevard pulling triple duty this week, driving the number 77 in trucks and the Cup Series as well as the number 42 in the Xfinity Series. I have my pick. I think I'm gonna just take the opportunity to lead off. I don't like this pick. I want to say that very clearly. I'm not picking a person I want to win. I'm picking a person I think will win. That way I can be crazier with my Xfinity pick, crazier with my O'Reilly Auto Parts Series pick. It's too many words. It's too many words for a big man.
Just say O'Reilly. It's season. All right, that's what we're going with, I think.
Looking for the O'Rap will be crazy. This one, I'm going with experience, a driver in a truck that we know can win this event because it did last year. I don't care what tech says. Give me the number 75 of Corey Leclerc.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Hold on.
It's a good pick. I think Corey, experienced driver. This truck is good at Daytona. Maybe that's the Parker Kligerman effect, because Parker Kligerman won at Daytona twice in 2025, and neither one of them counted. So, maybe it's the Kligerman effect. I don't think that's a bad pick at all, Derek. The Truck Series, again, this is about survival. This is about being in the right place at the right time. If we look at who won this race last year, it was at the line Parker, but then was later given to Corey Heim. Don't have to worry about him yet. So, I think I'll take it easy. I think I'm going to take the best driver in the Truck Series full time, and I think I'll just take Lane Riggs to win at Daytona and open up the checkbook early for front row this year.
I think for this one, it was between two Spire drivers for me, McDowell and Hocevar. And ultimately, I'm going with Carson Hocevar because I like his sponsors more. So, yeah, give me the 77.
And I mean, he's a former truck champion, so it's not like you're a bad pick at all. Right? Trucks are in the books. That means we move to the O'Reilly series. It's going to be a mouthful. We will probably call it Xfinity at some point, and Derek is already typing in his pick, and I'll let him do it, but yeah, that's going to be crazy. I'll lead us off. This series is a little bit more chalk. Some exciting rookies to look out for: Corey Day, LeVar Scott, and Patrick Staropoli as we head into Daytona. The notable rookie absence is Brent Cruz, who is still not old enough. NASCAR says you still baby for 2 more races, then you can come and play. But I'm gonna stay chalk, particularly because I like winning, and I like winning this competition. And I will take Austin Hill to win at Daytona. I could go Jesse Love. RCR car is incredible at the super speedways. Both of them incredible super speedway drivers. But I'll take Austin Hill.
I said that this got to be my pick since I was making a pick that I was so disgusted by in the other one. This driver has had success at this racetrack. Granted, his best race came in the Cup Series, which he only ran 3 times in his career. And poorly enough that some people called for him to be removed from the Chevy manufacturer. And his team fired him so they could maintain one of their technical alliances. He's in a new team now, 2 teams removed from that previous experience. So give me to win at Daytona in what I expect to be the most nightmarish race of the weekend. Driver of the 99 for Viking Motorsports, Parker Retzlaff.
I would love for that to happen. I would love to see that, Derek. Wow. I'm a big Parker Retzlaff fan myself, and I would be happy if your pick came true.
I think the Daytona winner of 2026 is going to be Carson Kvapil. Is that how you say it?
Kvapil.
Yes, Kvapil.
The number 1 from JR Motorsports. Because, again, I like his sponsor, Bass Pro Shops. I like that car. I think it looks cool. And so I think he's going to win.
JR Motorsports, huh?
That's what it says.
He is right. That is technically what it says, Derek.
No. Just sometimes I forget to tell him things.
What happened?
That's how we get that.
It's Junior Motorsports.
Oh, Junior Motorsports.
The JR is for
Okay, why
junior,
is the
in,
R capitalized then?
As in Dale? I don't know. I'm just telling you that.
Okay, well,
No, it's just a thing.
When they come to you in the comments, Caden, we're just William.
The junior is Dale Jr.
okay. I'm sorry, dear Dale. I am so sorry. I did not mean to disrespect your name. But in my defense, the R is capitalized on the thing I'm looking at.
Oh, Dale, he means no transgression, simply unknowledgeable. You know, that is the racing side. That's the world that I know. And now we turned it into the world that they don't. So him and Ben are going to once more tackle the Barksdale bullpen. I think that's what we're going to call it now.
Sure.
And give you some lovely baseball updates.
Yeah, so the day we're recording this, February 9th, is pitchers to catchers report for spring training. It's kind of weird for when World Baseball Classic, so some of them are not. It doesn't matter. Spring training is here. Baseball is happening. And I wanted to give you guys... Derek is checked out. Awesome. I wanted to give you guys 3 players to keep an eye on this year for spring training. First player is the one that everybody's been talking about, Cole Emerson. We all know he's going to make the major league team either this year or very early next year, but probably this year. I kind of personally don't think he's going to make it in spring training. My dad does. So it's really, I don't know. It could go either way, but I think for sure by the All-Star break, he'll be up. He's infielder, for those that don't know, very high upside, pretty high floor at this point too. Like he ended last year at AAA and did well in that small sample size. So he's proven that he can play at every level of the game so far. And I see no reason why that won't continue at the major league level. Keep an eye out for him. The next player is... I'm debating between 2 pitchers. Right now, it's either going to be Cade Anderson or Ryan Sloan. I can talk about both a bit. Cade Anderson, super high upside guy, college arm. I believe he played in the SEC. Yeah. So he's proven that he can compete, and he's going to be good. But and he's much more developed already than Ryan Sloan, who many have been saying is the best arm in the organization. I don't know if that's believable yet. I haven't seen quite enough personally, but I definitely see the upside with him. So I'd be interested to see how he does, because he's definitely going to be interesting. Those are my 2 pitchers. And then finally... then Ben can give his thoughts about all this if he has any, but Luke Stevenson is a catcher that is very young. I believe he's 19. I might be wrong, but very young catcher who has a very high upside, but because he's so young, has a lot to prove. Seems kind of similar to Harry Ford in my mind. But, because Cal's going to be playing in the World Baseball Classic, he's going to be getting some innings behind the plate. And I'm excited to see how he does with the major league guys and handles that from the pitching side and then also hitting side. Because, again, catcher is very important to play both sides of the ball. And, yeah, to basically just sum up Luke Stevenson, I think it's going to be a lot like the situation that my ex-wife and I just worked out, where, you're like third string hookup. So, if your top two guys go down, it's going to be a good night. But your top two guys are probably not going down anytime soon.
Yeah. It's we're not likely to get to you, but you're
Yeah.
gonna need it. Yeah. I completely understand that situation. So, I like all those guys a lot. I think Kate Anderson really has a chance to, if we're being completely honest, knock a guy out of the rotation. I think he has that high of an upside. And, how many more years of Luis Castillo are you going to get? So definitely not. I like Sloan a lot. One of them will not be a Mariner for much longer. When we get to the deadline and got to make a move, probably one of those if we make a big time splash at the deadline.
Yeah.
Cole Anderson has a chance to be the opening day second baseman.
Yeah.
It is that he's that kind of good.
Sorry, I meant Emerson Hancock.
Yeah. Colt Emerson Hancock. One guy.
yeah.
Goodbye, Shohei Ohtani. Welcome, Colt Emerson Hancock. Who
Ohtani, we've started merging the players together.
It sounds like he could play middle infield in baseball, or he could have been a Confederate soldier.
True.
And
Both on fire today.
I like Stevenson a lot. Catcher's just hard. Sorry, we're solidified. Good problem to have.
Mm-hmm.
But I like all those names. Definitely excited to see what this team can produce in the farm system. And Caden, no notes.
Yeah. Am I leaving anyone out?
Oh, not that jump out to me immediately.
Yeah, I'm interested. Just
excuse me.
A little note, Farmello. He's always interesting to me.
Yeah, Lazaro Montez. What do we got him? Felton Selston.
So since Morales is healthy, it'll be good to see him now. A full year of him, hopefully. So, yeah, a lot of names to keep an eye on, but those are my big four, I guess.
I can name 3 baseball players.
That's improvement, Derek. Good job.
That is improvement.
Baseball players. I can name a couple more that are unactive, 2 of whom I've been told are weird ones to know. So,
yes, they are. I don't remember who they are.
My fault.
I remember.
They're Javier Baez and Clayton Kershaw.
I mean, Kershaw, I definitely understand.
Baez is active.
Baez is active.
Why does I can name 4 active players.
And to be fair, Kershaw just retired, but he's also a Hall of Famer. That's not
first ballot.
Shohei facing against Shohei Ohtani tonight. The A's have put out the human centipede.
The A's are going to be good next year.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are. It's been
maybe the team will. Sorry, maybe the players will be, but who's going to be good? The organization.
Yeah.
Always a great sign when your front office secure the name Las Vegas Athletics.
True.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I feel really bad for Oakland.
I feel bad for Oakland. I don't feel bad for the A's.
That's fair.
So again, you gotta screw up pretty badly to not even secure your own name. That's some great foresight right there. So I'll ask it now, and I'm sure we'll cover it in its own dedicated episode. But who wins the World Series next year? In the World Series, first off,
The Dodgers.
Mariners over Dodgers.
But Dodgers over doesn't matter. I mean,
pitching wins championships. If we get there, I think our starters can pull it through.
I'm excited for the 2027 lockout.
Yeah,
that's coming.
It is.
Yeah. You can make a case for the Yankees. You can make a case for the Mets.
Yeah.
You can make a case for the Blue Jays again. You know, you can make a case for the Padres, the Diamondbacks bouncing back, or the Brewers. Like,
they don't have pitching.
So, all right. So, hold on. How does a good team not have a chance to? I guess
They're not going to make the World Series, but they might make the playoffs.
A shot to make the title.
Okay, they're going to be good for the Athletics. They're going to be wild card contenders.
Let me put this into context, Eric. The Brewers are going to win 90-something games, win the NL Central, get a first-round bye, and then squeak through a series with the Cubs or something like that, and then go to the NLCS and get mollywopped by a team from the West that, because the NL West is like a bloodbath that has these like hardcore ironed teams. I mean, it's the Dodgers who are good every year. It's the Diamondbacks who have been good recently, went to a World Series in the last couple of years. It's the Padres who are good. It's the Giants who can be good, and the Colorado Rockies are there too. You know, and so it's
still alive, physically speaking.
Speaking of teams not having pitching, the Colorado Rockies.
Yep.
And so, you know, it's me when I'm having the worst season, one of the worst seasons in baseball history, but don't worry, the Colorados are here to distract from it.
So, you know, I just mean, like, you know, you need so that's what I'm saying is that's where it's like teams can be really good, and I don't think they have a chance to win the World Series.
Yeah.
Like, that is how hard it is to win a title in baseball.
It's really hard with the Dodgers being what they are.
Like, let me put it this way. Like, when we show up to race day, Carson Hocevar is a good driver. Well, it's a 77 is a good car, but I don't think he's going to win most days. It's that kind of logic. Most of these teams are Carson Hocevar.
Yeah.
Only a few of them.
I guess I think about it more like in hockey, I consider a team that could make the Stanley Cup. Like, and maybe that's just because the sport tends to be more wide open and we see more shockers. I mean, one of the most dominant Stanley Cup performances in the past, in this past century was the LA Kings, who were the last seeded team in the entire dance and won it all, taking out the hockey equivalent of the Colorado Rockies, the Arizona Coyotes along the way. Because God forbid anything good happened to the Coyotes. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I suppose it's just, I mean, it's a different look at in sports. I've never been as tied to baseball as I have been to hockey or any of that. I do want to give one last little hockey update, which is, fun fact, the Everett Silvertips are once again at the top of the WHL. So that's really cool. I'm really happy for them, and I'm going to once again cry when they lose in the second round of the playoffs to the Hawks or the Thunder, because something needs to change. You need to figure it out at some point. We can't just have this happen every year. Wonderful. Well, thanks for tuning in tonight. Once more recorded at the wee hours of a Tuesday morning from the Announcer's Curse podcast. I've been Derek Todoroff.
I am Ben Iman.
And Caden Barksdale.
Pencil lettuce has been edible the whole time, but the big government's trying to stop you.